Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Sty Company here. Welcome to today's live stream. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Today is July the 1st, 2025. Welcome, everybody. We're live here from St. Petersburg, Russia, here in my Soviet apartment here. It's right now, I believe it's like 8 or 9 p.m. Moscow time. Let me see if I can pull it up because when you're using VPNs and all that, it starts getting weird. So I think it's 9:04 right now, so a little bit past 9 in the evening. And as you can tell, we have northern lights here, and it's 9 p.m., 9 in the evening, and it's bright and sunny. The weirdest phenomenon, right? You can see how bright it is, the nuclear sun outside right there. Isn't that crazy, right? So yeah, guys. Well, first of all, let me say thank you all for watching today's live stream. For those of you who are joining in, but yeah, I did manage to. So first things first, I did manage to talk with Uchapa and Alex this morning. So the weirdest thing is I've been having this weird illness or sickness that's been going around, and I took some medicine today, and I think it finally cleared up a little bit. We'll see how I do tomorrow, though. Right. So basically, I don't know if it's traveler's diarrhea or what it is really. Chapo thinks it might be, but it's hard to say, right? But I've been having diarrhea nonstop ever since I got here. And I got here, June the 12th? Which is pretty crazy, right? Which I don't know, you can do the math there, how many weeks that's been so far. I think it's like 3 or something, 3 plus. You can probably hear my grandfather in the background yelling as well. He's still acting sped as usual. Unfortunately, since he's not in the U.S., he doesn't really have that access to care that you would have in the U.S. versus what you have here in Russia, which is a little bit unfortunate because I have run into some issues here. For example, if he for some reason falls down or slips down or falls to the ground or slides to the ground, from a healthcare or health taker standpoint, there's not really much that I can do. In the U.S., you can ask neighbors, or you can just simply, I guess, if it's an emergency, you could call emergency services for assistance. But I don't really see that as an option here in Russia. We did have an incident back in 2018 with my grandfather where we did have to call paramedics. They came over and it was two very elderly ladies who were like, "Oh, you all are going to have to take him to the hospital. We're not going to do nothing." And so my grandma started running around the whole apartment building here, the big, tower here. And luckily, she found some people to help carry him to the hospital back in 2018. So therefore, because of that episode, we've been extremely cautious with doing anything involving my grandfather. So yeah, regarding healthcare and caring of yourself, taking care of yourself, it's not easy. So I just find it weird that the food here, it's like it tastes better, but why is it giving me this issue, this traveler's diarrhea? I don't know. And the weirdest thing, it was never like this before, considering I've been here in 2018, 2019, 2022. I don't know what it is. I thought maybe at first it was the water filter, though. So we did buy a new water filter, but even with the new water filter, I'm still having diarrhea. So we'll see within the next coming days if that helped at all. Now, I did want to talk to you all about another topic as well. Uchapa and Alex have been talking to me about, what's the food like there? And I did manage to get some ideas about what to show you all for food. First thing that I have an idea is basically what I call the Russian equivalent of a donut. Here they call it pishki. And they're basically like donuts here. I'm not sure what oil they fried it in, just to kind of show y'all what I mean. They literally look like donuts here. But they fry this batter into a donut-like shape, and then basically donuts here. I got a bag full of them here. That one just fell on the ground. Oy. sucks. Give me a second, guys. All right, I'm at the sink right quick. Well, actually, I'm going to have to walk out of the room for a minute, guys. I'm going to have to walk out of the room here just a moment. Yeah, I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road. All right, so we're walking back. And so yeah, they got this thing called pishkis, right? Pushki. And basically they're like donuts, but they fry them. And my grandma says they already have machines that basically do everything automated, but I haven't seen any of them, so it's all kind of like in the back. Or what they call the back of the house of restaurants. And they basically fry them and then they put powdered sugar on top, right? And when they come out of the fryer, and apparently the idea is basically these hot donuts or pishkis or pishki, or I guess in English you could spell them as Pishki, probably, if that makes any sense. As you can tell, I still have a cough, but I did get myself some cough medicine. I got this medicine from the pharmacy here. It's called, in Russian, it says tabletki от кашля Renewal. Or in English, renewal tablets that are for cough. According to instructions, you're supposed to take like 3 a day. I've only taken 1 so far, but they have been helping. So I might have to take one right now. Even what's funny is they draw this image of a capsule on the box, even though it comes prepackaged in tablet form. So why it does that, I'm a little curious about that, but then again, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of done a little bit, as you would say, backwards. So why are things done backwards here? I got no idea. But I am glad that Russia is, to some degree, producing its own medicine. Which I know they always have been. But like this was made in Novosibirsk. So Novosibirsk, however you want to translate that into English, Novosibirsk. And then we were talking about with Chop and Alex about ice cream. We have this thing called Plombier ice cream, and Plombier, I guess in English would be spelled Plombir. And it's basically like a good quality ice cream on like a cup, a waffle cup or cone. Well, yeah, a cup, I guess. And Alex said he tried one in his local area and somewhere in Arizona, and he said he really liked it. And I know they do sell them in Charlotte as well, so you can get them in the U.S. And pretty much, I guess, in specialty or / European supermarkets, national supermarkets. I have no idea what they go for. Here they seem to go for somewhere around the neighborhood of 89 to 129 rubles right now, which the current exchange rate is looking to be around 80. Official exchange rates are giving me like 77 rubles to $1. So if we just, do rough estimate math, since the exchange rates fluctuate a lot, let's just say roundabout park of $1 to $1.50, right? Which sounds fine, right? But I do be seeing people in the US reselling these for like $5 to $6. Putting such a big markup, which, business is business. So it's not much you can do on that other than if you decide to start ordering yourself. And based on the research that I've done, there's a lot of distributors from New York, Russian, I guess, companies that basically they order products from Eastern Europe and they bring it to the States, which I have no idea how that process goes. So, yeah, so they do exist in the States more or less. Oh, yeah, I was about to take this pill. I gotta make sure I do that. And I gotta go take Pepto-Bismol again. Gotta make sure to take everything, man. Gotta take everything, right? So... Таблетки от кашля Ренивал. I had to step out of the camera for a sec. So took this. Apparently, this is supposed to work in 3 to 5 days, according to what I see on the package. What else do they sell, man? Yeah, but they do have basically your regular fruits and vegetables here. You could argue that there's some exotic berries here. But yeah, they do sell bananas here. And you start to find out, like living here, that you got a lot of brands that are kind of like have English names for some reason. For example, there's a retail store here called Pyaterechka, which I guess in English means fiver, because Pyat means five. I don't know. But they got their own brand called Global Village. And a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's all Chinese stuff, that company. And I'm like, I don't know if it's Chinese stuff per se, but I am kind of curious what it's all about. But I've been told that a lot of stuff comes from Ecuador with the tropical fruits, but who knows, man? I'm not a distributor, so I don't know. I have another thing here to show you. I have a box of cake that's called Tort Baltiski, which basically in English translates to Baltic cake, because we're right next to the Baltic Sea here in St. Petersburg, Russia. And according to what I see here, apparently it's made out of coffee and milk, but it's got some like cream and stuff. So it's good for like if you're drinking it with coffee or tea, maybe with milk. The way they sell milk here, for example, when they sell milk, the biggest size I've seen is 1.4 liters, which is kind of a weird size. See there, 1.4 liters. The brand here on the milk says Domik v Derevnya, which means house in the country or countryside. And then what else, man? What else? Of course, I did bring over some American stuff. Like they don't be selling sweet baby raised barbecue sauce here. So I brought barbecue sauce over from the States over to Russia. So that certainly does come in handy. Um, bread's usually packaged in a bag, pretty much just like in the U.S. Like this brand here, I'm reading here, it says Хлебный дом, батон домашний. So Хлебный дом translates into, I guess, like bread house. Baton домашний. Baton, I guess, is sort of like, well, essentially in English, this means like house bread. In this case, it's sort of like a white bread here. But yeah, so show you all some foods here. I mean, that's kind of some common stuff because the chop has been trying to figure out what I've been eating lately. And it's not food that's going to make you really sick. So I don't know. I really don't know, man. It's not because I know there's a lot of like street vendors and people who sell stuff off the street. I've been told to avoid that stuff, but I don't really know. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Some people say, "Oh, you should look them up, Thigh Company. You should look at them because sometimes they be selling stuff for mad cheap." Which sometimes is the case. Like they'd be selling Russian books here sometimes on the street for mad cheap just so they can. Yeah, and it's usually like older folks selling them because their pension or retirement, SSI income or whatever you want to call it, government pension, for them is probably not enough for whatever, or maybe they're saving up money for something. Who knows? Hard to say, but it seems to be mostly congregated around the metros here. So if you go to like a subway or metro here, you've seen a lot of vendors over there. Oh yeah, we bought these glasses the other day. These glasses. I think it was like 59 rubles per glass, which is, what is that, 75 cents? I guess I don't even know. Yeah, I guess about 75 cents. But they're decent. My grandfather managed to break one already from being sped, but ain't much you can do about that. What else has been going on, man? So yeah, another news. I've been pressuring a lot of people here to help get me some way to go to visit these grave sites because after this year, I don't know when the next time I'm going to be able to possibly see them because things always change, right? And unfortunately, you never know when, for example, like my grandparents, their health might change or, circumstances change and, travel, for example. Whoever knew that travel into Russia was going to be not as easy as what it used to be. It used to be that I could buy a ticket from like Finnish Airlines for $700 and go from the US to Russia as a round trip. Now I have to go through Turkey, maybe next year for the Emirates, possibly, depending on what their prices are. And Turkey was like $3,000 per person. And I got people telling me, "Oh, Thigh companies because they got a monopoly." And I'm like, I don't know if it's a monopoly per se, but it does make me mad curious, man. It makes it kind of suspicious more than anything. Another thing I have found I just remembered. We did have a guy off the street selling honey. It looks to be a honey that's like a whipped honey. Just to show you what it looks like, it's yellow honey or kind of vanilla colored more than anything. It's hard to tell what this looks like because of the light here. All right, we got somebody here. Welcome, Trenton. Hello, Trenton. You're number one. You're our first person to join today's live stream, Trenton. Welcome to the show. Yes, hello, Trenton. Trenton says, hello, it's me, Trent Mimi 415. Welcome, Trenton. Glad to have you here, Trenton. Hope your day's good in your month of July is even better. It's going to take me a second to remember it's a July, right? Since it's the 1st of July, it's a brand new month, brand new opportunity, right? So yeah, I hope your day is good and your month of July is even better, Trenton. Or Trent Mimi 415. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. But yeah, how's your day been going, Trenton? How you been? How you been doing? You are first. Yes, you are the first person to join today's live stream by the looks of it, from what I'm seeing here on my end as well. Glad to have you here, Trenton. I'm doing well, man. You got any questions? I'm right now. You won't believe where I am. I'm in St. Petersburg, Russia right now. I'm in Leningrad right now. I'm in Russia. And I can show you all the commie blocks outside if you want. There's a lot of commie apartments here. You got any questions? You got anything you might be curious about from Russia, man? Any questions about Russia? Or maybe you might be curious about something, how things are like here. Let me know down in chat if you do happen to have that. Otherwise, man, we are still on track. If anything, I would say that the departure date was actually a little bit earlier than what I expected. Because according to what I read, the 14th is pretty much is the last day we're here. Or I guess the 14th, you could argue that it's a prep day because you got to prepare to travel, right? You got to prepare the day before travel. But basically, we're flying out of Russia early in the morning. And got to go through Turkey, for Istanbul, and then go to JFK and then back to Charlotte. And it's going to be 3 of us. It's going to be myself, my grandmother, and my grandfather. My mom's going to be here for another 2 weeks. So she's going to be here basically until the end of July, until the end of the month. All right. So Trenton is asking, when you get home, are you going to play Roblox again? Yes, of course I'm going to play Roblox again. Jabba's told me that Jabba told me today, it was like, Thought Company, you're going to have so much work, man. You're going to be busy, man. You're going to be slammed to work because all Roblox games, all the games have been updated. And I'm like, man, I'm ready for it because we got to do work, son. We got to do work. All Roblox games. But besides Roblox, I am looking into getting into other games as well. We might take a look back into Minecraft because I know Minecraft has had their summer update. And I just saw the brand new video come out on YouTube from the Minecraft YouTube channel. They announced that there's going to be a new update that has copper golems. So who here remembers copper golems? Copper golems, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, was a mob drop vote or mob vote back in 2021 that Minecraft did, or the Minecraft YouTube channel did. And they decided to actually bring that copper golem back into Minecraft. And plus, in addition to that, they're going to be adding copper gear, or what that means, copper tools. So copper sword, pickaxe, axe, and all that, shovels. And then copper armor, meaning so your headset armor, chest piece, so helmet, chest piece, boots, leggings. So that's going to be fun, right? And then plus the copper golem will actually serve a function. You can build this new thing in Minecraft called a copper chest. So the purpose of a copper chest was to address an issue within the Minecraft community of inventory management. What that means is when you're collecting stuff in Minecraft, you start having a bunch of stuff scattered into different chests. Somebody's calling me right now. Hold on. I got people at the front door. Ой, нет, спасибо. Я только что начинал лайвстрим сделать. Лайвстрим, мне здесь люди хотели со мной поговорить.
Hi guys.
Hey, we have Anna here. So yeah, to wrap up, basically the idea is you can take a chest or yeah, what do you call it, like a chest and put copper ingots around it, and you can create what's called a copper chest. And when you place down a copper chest, a copper golem is spawned into the game. And what it does, its function is to help with inventory management, cleaning up the way you have inventory placed within that game. So that's one of the other games we're thinking about looking into when we come back. Do I play Fortnite? No, not really. I think you're the first person in a long time, Trenton, to ask me about Fortnite. Что там с дедом? Сюда?
Нет, я буду здесь просто мешать.
Okay. But yeah, basically, to answer that, will I be playing them too? Possibly. Depends on what we have coming back. Вот что там принесли? Продукты.
Йогурты, творожок, тебе вот такой вот.
Актив.
Я тебе купила сироп Алтеки от кашля.
Спасибо.
От поноса. Лекарство, оно какое-то дезинфицирует. Все вместе как бы ее закрепляет.
Okay.
Вот это от кашля.
Это каша. Мукалтикаш.
Да, калтишка.
Мукалтишка. All right, Trenton's got to go. All right, talk to you later, Trenton. Есть захотел наконец-то. Да я специально стараюсь ничего дать ему, чтобы он начинал хотя бы...
Знаешь что? Фрикадельки, я думаю, можно сделать тут звездочки туда и полностью положить.
Можно попробовать. Я вот туда, может, морковка добавил, или, может, я не знаю, лук или что-то типа того. Окей.
Ань, ты ручки помыла?
Да.
You wouldn't believe how many things were dropping out of my hands when I was on the stream earlier. I had a donut fall on.
Попробуй набери бабушки. Спроси, как она, и скажи, что мы доехали.
Бабушка сейчас.
Я оставила телефон.
Сейчас попробуем набрать. A Russian telephone here. It's interesting. It's by the company Land Rover, of all companies. Apparently, car manufacturers make phones. Алло.
Да, Саша?
Алло, привет, бабушка. Как дела?
Нормально.
Мама с Аней только что приехали.
Кто? Приехали, да?
Да.
Ну, хорошо. Так время-то уже 9:30.
9:30 уже?
Да.
Ну да, наверное, так уже.
Ну, ладно. Как ты-то себя чувствуешь? Живот-то прошел?
Ну, вроде бы живот, ну, понос прошло, пока понос нету. Но живот еще так периодически болит. Боли идут, потом уходит.
Я ему лекарство взяла от поноса.
Ну молодец.
И оно дезинфицирует и закрепляет, как мне сказала женщина. Я купила фрикадельки.
Ага.
Сейчас делаю суп звездочки и туда брошу. Это куриные такие маленькие они.
Ага. Ты можешь взять пакет.
Да, я хочу.
Суп-то он может быть действительно поесть, а то как-то сухое все.
Да. Вот я поэтому и взяла. Ну вот, и еще взяла какие-то типа котлет такие. Тоже они то ли из индейки, то ли из куры. Такие они в сухарях. Ну вот, а фрикадельки, говядина и курица вместе.
Ага.
А ты как?
Ладно.
Ты-то как, нормально?
Нормально, все, я помылась.
Ага.
Все сделала.
Хорошо. Хорошо.
Лежу, книгу читаю.
Молодец. Ну, а я сейчас супчик забабахаю и плов сделаю.
Ага.
Что?
А у меня, знаешь, что случилось? Я нечаянно, когда мама вошла, значит, знаете,
Да, и машинка бибидит, но она сама прекратит когда-нибудь, я не знаю.
Fly farm.
Это на то, там что-то там. Время показывает, что-то еще какое-то.
So, another cool
Всё
thing, right
нормально,
quick.
но само
We have
прекратится, я думаю, выключится ночью само.
a Russian version of Activia called Actibio. Actibio.
Я против кофе, я щас не могу.
Kind of interesting. So in the US you have Activia, and this is Actibio.
Хорошо.
You
So
sit down.
yes. Talk about how your day went.
Я просто не знаю, как это, ну,
I just went
скинуть.
to I want the
Where'd you go?
sun.
Ну, оставь.
I went to a new
Я
apartment.
тоже так делала, но
And
потом как-то
then,
само раз.
We came back and left Baushka there because she wanted to be there the night. And then
Да.
we came back and went to the store and gave
До
and
Дыбенко
get
там
me
нас
a
тут
lollipop.
Поехала до
And
Дыбенко, и мы
that's
заодно
it.
вышли из 140-й прямо, там пришлось даже прибавить шагу.
We came here and
Да?
Надеяться не зашли, а надеяться хотела.
А, нет, не зашли, она пошла пешком домой.
that's what happened.
А ты как пешком?
All right. Let me see. Anybody else here?
Она же хотела поесть, а постеснялась, может быть, что.
Ну да, она один сырник съела, типа, тебе чай, только кофе, только кофе.
Ага, и самое одну пышку. А что там мне в сырнике пышка? На голодная с утра.
Ну,
All right, guys. So we're about to make some, cook some dinner here.
ну да.
So since nobody else is joining the stream, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. So guys, if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the bell icon so you get notifications for future updates on the
А
channel.
что там, она невкусная, что ли?
Comment down below. And
And comment who's better, me or him.
oh, here we go. Welcome, Clipper King. Welcome to live
А, я
stream.
сейчас поджарю, что
What's up, Thai? We're doing well, Clipper.
Попробую.
You just were lucky. If you came a little bit later, we would have ended the live stream. So you're lucky to
Они
make it to live stream here.
курицы, шарики из мяса,
How's your day been going, Clipper? Oh, Clipper King, welcome.
Сейчас пожарю.
We're in the kitchen here.
Еще почитай немножко, и я поспать.
Doing well. That's good to hear.
Clipper Cake. Comment down below who's better, me or him.
Better.
Что ждать-то?
We're both good, right?
Ну давайте, ну пока.
Тебе там не шумно, нормально?
Got flies going around here for some
Ну
reason.
давай, хорошо вам тогда, спокойной ночи, мы не будем больше тебя
Слушай, а мы дверь закрыли?
Ага, пока.
Просто мухи что-то стали летать. Ты выключила? So, Clipper, what have you been up to lately? I thought he's better. What have you been up to, Clipper? Этот пышка случайно на пол упал. Я его взял с водой и так
Ну,
вымыл.
ничего.
You have any questions about what it's like here? Maybe questions about the country or food, anything? Clipper says, I've been playing Grow a Garden. I quit Blocks Fruits. Oh, how's Grow a Garden going for you? How's Grow a Garden? Have you been growing your garden lately? What you been growing on your in your garden?
Should I close the door?
Да, иди, закрой дверь. Have my sister close the door. My grandfather's going off. Doing well. I have. Clipper says doing good. I have 176 billion shekels. I've been growing sugar apples. Sugar apples. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. Sugar apples. I'm trying to think what sugar apples look like. I don't remember. What color are they? Are they I'm trying to think how different are they from like regular apples? I'm not too familiar with sugar apples. That might be from a new update. Sugar apples. What else have you been growing besides sugar apples, Clipper? I think I got the stove going on. What's funny, the stove has an interesting smell coming off of the stove top. Clipper says they can be red, but they're mostly green. Okay, regular apples are usually red. You've been planting the new summer fruits. Yeah, man, when we get back to the States, we're going to have to definitely cover Grow a Garden on Roblox and the new summer fruit update. You can get sugar apples from the seed packs. Okay, how much are the seed packs? Слушай, а что за масло они жарят в пишке? Ты не знаешь?
Где?
Что за масло обычно они пользуются? Ну, в ресторане, когда пишки делают. Подсолнечные или как-то?
Не знаю, может,
Точно.
что-то было.
Знаешь, что было? Ну, ладно, я пойду в другом комнате.
Да, если в которой ты будешь решать.
All right, so
Да, помоги.
он только что посмотрел место встречи. Еще раз.
Мама
Подсмотри,
хочет
Сага.
какой-нибудь фильм поставить.
Сага,
Окей.
помоги ей.
Какой фильм хочешь?
Не все равно никак. Ой, меня.
So Clipper says that he got a rare seed
Сага,
called
послушай меня.
elephant ears. Elephant
Спаси
ears.
меня.
Что?
Спаси меня. Ой,
Что спасать тебя?
в туалет надо.
От кого?
So elephant ear, it's a 0.5% chance to get them from the seed pack.
Сагонька, Сага.
That's pretty good.
Таня.
Так, дед, прекрати орать.
Ну, больно мне. Не надо, не наступай на ногу.
Should we go to the last room?
I got to turn on his show
Ой,
because he's going to keep yelling if I don't turn his show on.
Таня.
Дед, посмотри кино, смотри телевизор.
Таня.
Дед, посмотри телевизор.
Ну, прекрати. Ну, Сагонька, ну, девка на меня.
Вот смотри кино, смотри кино.
Прекрати. Не трогай меня. Сага, Женя. Таня.
Вот, смотри, кино идет. Вот.
Сага, прекрати.
Кино идет, смотри, кино.
Ну, не надо мне кино.
Смотри,
У тебя
щас.
дайпер одет. У тебя дайпер одет.
Ну, я писаюсь.
Ну и писай. Я тебе поменяю потом.
А, ну
Успокойся.
ладно, ну все тогда.
Ну не ори ты, как больной.
Ну, вот так. Ой.
All right, so looks like the show is starting, so we might possibly lose internet connection.
Да хватит так, это вы болтаете там.
За это деньги могу зарабатывать.
А? Сага, ну
Он
прекрати, а.
может на это заработать 1000 рублей.
Ой,
Ну,
прекрати.
1000 рублей я не знаю, но...
Сага, прекрати.
Он замолчит, если ты скажешь 1000 рублей.
Okay, why is this movie not starting? Let's see, Clipper King says, here are the percentages. Wild carrot, 40%. Pears, 20%. Cantaloupe is 15%. Parasol flower is 10%. Rosy Delight is 1%. And elephant ear is 0.5%.
Она понимает все.
Да. Тихо.
Вот какая умница. Тихо, тихо.
Yeah, I'm
Тихо.
definitely going to have to take a look into the new update when I am able to get back to the States.
Ну какое, место встречи полюбил.
Да, место встречи.
Ну хорошо, ладно.
Хорошо, сиди. Смотри сейчас.
Хорошо, Саша.
Yeah, unfortunately, my grandfather's going off and right next to me here. There's not much I can do about that. And usually I hold the camera up like that.
Ой, ой, сумку-то куда ставить?
What else, man? I've also lost some weight. I was 120 kilograms when I first got here, and now I'm down to 115. So 5 kilograms for a few weeks is something, I guess. Or what is that? 10 pounds in US. So we'll see how that goes.
Что ты включил-то?
Место встречи. Что это?
Да ну, что там говорит? Ты понимаешь, что он говорит?
А ты понимаешь?
Нет.
So we'll see if this show's gonna cut off our internet. It might. I'm probably gonna try to reach out to Chop again soon. I've got some movie playing in the back here. Have they done anything else to the new summer update? Oh yeah, what other games have they updated? Clipper. And Clipper King. I forget, do you go by Clipper or is it Clipper King? Oh yeah, Anna got some what was that
Air
Play-Doh?
clay.
Something called air clay. Beanstalk and Ember Lily got removed, by the way. Really? Beanstalks and Ember Lily got removed. I was trying to get Ember Lily. So we'll have to look for that. It might they do like to
Did
cycle
Mena
out.
loves Cookies join?
No, I don't see her name yet.
Oh, I miss her.
There's a new thing on YouTube called Top Fans, by the way. I'm curious how that's a new
Сага,
thing.
прекрати болтовню.
На это заработает 1000 рублей.
There's a new thing called
Saga.
Top Fans on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look up and see what that
Сага,
is.
помоги.
But I have here Trent is number 1 with
Сага,
75
пожалуйста.
XP. So I wonder what that means.
Тихо. Он на это заработает 1000 рублей.
Ой. Или долларов.
Он заработает 1000 рублей, поэтому тихо на это.
А долларов нет.
Grandfather's having this funny conversation with my sister.
Все.
Если ты хочешь, чтобы он заработал 1000 и 1000 долларов и рублей, то
И
тихо.
долларов. Дай посмотри.
Нельзя.
So yeah, Clipper, what other games have you been playing besides Grow a Garden? What other games have you been covering? Did Dead Rails ever get a new update? I know they had some
Сага,
kind of
привет.
new thing. Пойдем в другой комнате. Gotta move to another room again, guys.
Ой.
Here we go again.
Ой. Пока. Пока, верни.
So you played a new game called Blue. What does that say? Blue Lock Rivals. What is Blue Lock Rivals about? I'm not
You know
familiar
what it is?
with that game. Yeah, I think Anna's the only one who might be able to play Roblox on an iPad.
My Roblox works always fine here.
So Clipper's saying Dead Rails is a dying game. It went from 1 million down to 320,000. Really? They probably have to make a new update of those numbers.
Can you help me find that?
Because Dead Rails, I think, is starting to go into the phase where people are like, it's a hot game, but it's going to be cold and then hot again, cold, and it might do this, what I call a trickle down game, kind of like other popular games like
Can you help me find
Ninja Legends was another good example.
You can help me find it.
Не могу, Аня, мне вот стоящие. Blocks Fruits also lost. So Blue Lock is a soccer game. Blocks Fruits also went down from 2.5 million players down to 80,000 players. That's why you quit playing Blocks Fruits. So what's the new popular games now, Clipper? Is it like I guess Grow Garden's still near the top, I imagine.
3 a.m. Don't call me at 3 a.m. That's popular.
What's it called? Don't Call Me at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. So apparently that's been popular. So let's see here. So what games?
1 year ago.
So I do have an iPad here. I might try to pull up Roblox on the iPad. I don't know if this will work. All right. So today's picks, we have Peta, Ecos Labria, which I don't care for that game. Sell Labubu, Improve Mom Raw.
What? I was playing some of the Boo Boo's game.
Yeah, there's a lot of Labubu games on Roblox now. Some coloring games. So you said Dead Rails dropped. I'm looking at it right now. It says 297, so about 300K. Grow Gardens at 1.8 million. Let me look at the charts here. So top games right now, I'm seeing here, there's Steal a brain rot, which I don't know if that might be like one video there, man. 99 nights in a forest. I wonder what that might be a funny game. Bloxburg as usual.
Oh, that's scary. I think.
Squid Game Season 3. A game called Shrink, Hide, and Seek. I wonder what that is. Shrink, Hide, and Seek. A game called Together, so that's like a party game. Garden Tower Defense. Well, that's 28,000. I don't know. Let me see. Top trending. So I don't see Grow Garden for some reason here. I know it should be on top. Octopus Games, which is Squid Games ripoff. Everything else I'm looking at is less than 10,000 players.
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon Roll, My Garden Cinnamon Roll, or Cinnamon Roll version of Grow Garden. I guess,
Oh,
or-
he's so cute. I always when I see that, I just feel like
Happy?
I'm in heaven.
In heaven, okay. All right, top trending. What other games we have? Top playing right now. There you go. Top playing now. That's what you want to pull up. So Dead Rails is in 5th place in popularity. There's Ink Games, or Ink Game.
I was playing Dress to Press recently, and I'm always in the 3rd place.
So you should try Blue Lock Rivals. Yeah, 99 Nights in the Forest is popular. Popular like a lot if it hits 1 million players on. Oh, it hit 1 million players at one point. Yeah. Yeah, Grow the Garden right now is most popular. Steal a Brain Rot. I don't know if we'll play that. Dead Rails. I don't know when they last did an update on Dead Rails. I'm not seeing any new thumbnails.
I don't like Dead Rails. I just don't get how to do it.
Yeah, it's tough to play Dead Rails on an iPad. It's supposed to make it to the road, basically. I think Rivals is the new shooting game that's popular, from what I'm seeing here. You have Rivals and then Dandy's World. There's a lot of Demon Slayer games on Roblox that apparently are popular. Surprised Bee Swarm still has a bunch of players.
This might help.
Anime games. And then 2-player hobbies, from what I'm seeing here. And then some Dead Rail spin-off games are popular too.
I want to try this game. I forgot what it's called, but I just saw a game, and it told me there was like a way that there was only 2 ways to go, like to a black hole or
All right.
go like forward
Talk to a Clipper for a little bit. I gotta leave the room for
forward, and it said, "Do you want this?" And there was a Roblox person holding an ice cream. So of course I went to the ice cream because you never know what will be in the black hole. So I went to the ice cream, and then they kicked me out. And then they told me pay 1,000 Robux to play this game again. I'm like, are you serious? Of course everybody will choose the ice cream. Everybody will be like, why not? And then I realized I won't be able to play this game again. And you might just have to wait when my brother comes. I go see what's this 90 nights in the forest. 99 Nights in the Forest. I hope it's not a spooky game because I don't want to be not sleeping all night. Okay, what's happening?
All right, Grow Garden, he said.
I'm playing 90 Nights in the Forest.
99 Nights in the Forest.
I want to see what it is. That because it sounds spooky, and for some reason I like spooky games.
You like spooky games? I don't like spooky games.
Hello.
All right, user is little bro underscore Pam. I changed my user. That's literally. Clipper says don't play it, it's scary. I don't recommend. Sorry. It's gonna be scary.
Okay.
Jump scares.
Okay.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
I play every day. Don't call me at 3 a.m.
Anna's saying she's down to play scary games all of a sudden.
What?
Maybe do Grow Garden.
No.
Clipper warned you it's scary.